Alright, this is the deer hide of that buck that my buddy killed in one of the last videos. He told me I can have the hide, and I figured I would tan it and give it back to him as like a gift. So, taking you along for the process. I already fleshed it. I just use a pressure washer. Works really good. Probably just should have recorded from the beginning to the end, but I really didn't think about turning it into a video until now, so y'all just follow along from here. It's been salted for about a day, 24 hours now, and I'm going to strip the salt off, get it into a pickle, and yeah. Still quite moist in some areas. But it's about to get into a pickle bath anyway, so. Trying to wash most of the salt off. Be as clean as I can be for the pickling solution, pickle bath, whatever you want to call it. Why? I'll let that hang for a couple of hours to drip dry while I get the pickle bath ready. I just got done making the pickle bath for the hide while that's out there drying. It's just 5 gallons of warm water, 5 pounds of plain non-Iodized salt, and 15 ounces of citric acid. Just gonna let it dissolve. Kind of stir it around in here a little bit. Once that's done dissolving and the hide drips a little bit, gets most of that water off, then it'll go in here. 3 or 4 days. Longer if you wanted, but I'm gonna try to get this done a little quicker, so 3, maybe 4 days tops. Just wanted to check the pH level of the water or the pickle bath before we put the hide in it. You want it to be somewhere between 1 and 2, and that seems between 1 and 2, so that's about perfect. Keep the pH at the proper level so the hide preserves properly and you don't get no hair slippage. Now the hide will go inside of the pickle. Want it to be fully submerged for the most part. Now, for the next couple of days, while this is pickling, I'll pop in and out of here and continue to move this around, keep it agitated. Also, what I'll continue to do is check the pH levels and make sure it's staying in between that 1 and 2. We'll continue this in a couple of days when I'm ready to apply the tanning solution. Alright, now I got the hide drying outside on the fence. It's been about a week in the pickle now. A little longer than I wanted, but that's fine. You can basically keep it in there forever if you need to. I got a little busy, so nothing wrong with going longer. So now we're going to mix up a solution so we can neutralize the pickle and the hide, neutralize all the acid. I'm using 4 gallons just to make my math easy because I've only got 1 pound of salt left, and I'm going 1/4 pound of salt per gallon of water, so I'm choosing 4 gallons just to make that easy. And then 2 ounces per gallon of baking soda. So I got 8 ounces here. Dump all this in there. Let the hide dry for probably at least an hour, maybe 2, depending on how quick it dries, just to get a lot of that, the pickle off of the hide. Now the baking soda, I'm only going to do about half now. Because I don't want to over shock the hide, I guess. So I'm gonna do half of the baking soda now, let the hide soak in this for 30 minutes, and then add the other half, and then let it soak another 30 minutes. And then the hide, the acid on the hide should be pretty neutralized. So I'm gonna let this dissolve. I'll come back whenever we're ready to drop the hide into it. Alright, so it's been in the neutralizing bath for about a half an hour. I'm going to dump the rest of the baking soda. Stir it around in there. being here for another half an hour. Coming back to stir this probably every 15 minutes or so, just to keep it going, keep it agitated. After it's done, after this first hour, then I'm gonna let it dry out again, and then we'll be ready for the tanning solution. Alright, the hide is dry. I let it soak in the neutralizing bath for probably a little over an hour. I let it dry. Now, I don't want it to be fully dry, just damp. Like right now it's damp, which is how I want it. Alright, not like completely dry, but damp. Now I'll supply the tanning solution. What I'm using is that hide tanning formula, Deer Hunters and Trappers from Amazon. And basically, this is one of the last steps to the hide tanning process. Is we'll apply the tanning solution, and then as it dries over the next days or week or however long it takes to dry, every 12 hours or so, we're going to come stretch the hide as it dries. And you're just going to come in here a couple times a day and just stretch any areas that are like changing color. You just continue to stretch it out until it's completely dry. Shake it up a little bit first. Basically, all I'm trying to do is massage it into the hide. Try to get every crack, every crevice, every little bit of it with the tanning solution. According to this bottle, they say like 1 full bottle per hide. I didn't do that last time. All I needed was about half a bottle. But it was also my first time tanning a hide, but I think it came out pretty well. So I'll probably just do a very similar thing this time around. If I feel like I need to add more, I will. Still a lot of hair on this, but I don't think there should be a problem. It should come off once this thing's dried up. Shouldn't affect the oil at all, I don't think. Yeah, you just want to be sure to get it every little bit of the hide. Put a little more on the spots that didn't get as much. If you get some on the hair, shouldn't be a problem. This is only my second hide I've ever done. So I'm no professional at this, but it's something I want to get better at, and figure I'd take y'all along for the journey. Alright, it's been over 12 hours, and some of this is getting ready to be stretched, starting to dry up a little bit. You see it's turning a little, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's a little darker than the rest. And at that point, we're just going to stretch. You'll see it kind of change color a little bit. Lighting in here ain't too well, so I don't know if y'all will be able to see it, but like right here, a little darker. You just stretch, and it'll kind of turn white. You just go around the whole hide, stretching it. You just do this every day until it dries. Stretch it in every direction.
Alright. Hide is complete. Fully dry. Doesn't look too bad. It's only my second time doing it, but it's nice and soft. You know, it's not stiff like cardboard sticking out everywhere. So, yeah, not too bad with it. Feels nice and leathery. But, yeah, from now on, I'm just going to start keeping all my hides because I want to start getting better at it. Maybe start making things out of it. The first one I did last year, I made like a poncho out of it, which is kind of fun, kind of cool. This one is just going to be a gift to my friend because he killed this buck and he gave me the hide. And I decided to tan it and then give it back to him. It's like a memory. So, yeah, overall, pretty happy with it.